This week on BDTV. AI is taking the world by storm and is constantly updating, so we'll be learning about all the new features. We'll be going in depth about the 2026 Met Gala, talking about the fashion and who started this great event. We'll then end with our Song of the Week. Your BDTV starts now. Good morning. My name is Jayla Oliver.
And I'm Hannah Waltermeyer. And on this week's Newscast, we'll be talking about things currently going on around us.
So let's hold on to the first story about inflation.
Hi Giants, today I will be talking about the impact that inflation has on our day-to-day life. Food prices are rising due to inflation, which can become a struggle to low-income households to buy nutritious foods. Now that healthier options are often more expensive, people may choose ultra-processed food, increasing the risk of diseases like diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. Housing costs have surged due to limited homes and new U.S. tariffs, increasing inflation. Higher living costs, rent, utilities, and rising interest rates make mortgages more expensive and reduce housing demand. Inflation is pushing up costs of essential services, leading to increased medical expenses, insurance premiums, and administrative costs. Patients face increased out-of-pocket expenses, leading to higher levels of medical debt. Delayed or missed payments create cash flow challenges for healthcare providers, making it harder to maintain quality care. Do you guys realize any of these changes? Khalees Sturdivant, BDTV.
Nearly 60 cents higher than just 2 days ago. It's hard to not look at those signs while driving by.
The U.S. conflict with Iran, particularly the closing of the Strait of Hormuz, has stumped the transportation of oil out of the Middle East. A barrel of oil shot up to nearly $120 Monday morning, before settling back down at $90, leading to repercussions for the average American at the pump. With the end of the conflict nowhere in sight, professionals warn of it getting worse. Airline tickets, along with shipping prices, should be expected to rise, along with grocery prices, as the companies won't be able to eat the financial losses anymore.
You could argue that as long as there is conflict and disruption and uncertainty, that it's likely that we might see a continued upward trend.
In response, the International Energy Agency released a statement.
IEA countries are making around 400 million barrels of oil available to the market.
In the meantime, try to keep your gas topped off as much as you can. Ben Leggett, BDTV.
New rules and new faces, as Formula 1 adds a new DRS mode to the cars, and Formula E adds a new Gen 4 era, and as IndyCar adds 2 new wild street races to the calendar. It is a crazy and wild start to the 2026 season overall. In Formula 1, DRS, or drag reduction system, is now replaced by Boost. With Formula E, in the season now in session, key developments include improved aerodynamics and now featuring Pit Boost. In IndyCar's 2026 season, new out-of-street courses has been added. Arlington, Texas, Markham, and Washington, D.C. Leigh McGuire, BDTV.
These AI systems.
AI for
AI system.
AI.
So I think it's a useful tool used in a very limited way, but it's already kind of creeping into things in ways that are kind of uncontrolled. And of course, the people who programmed it and made it, they don't know how it works either. What a thing to unleash on us, something that they don't even know what it is.
Imagine a world where computers can write stories, diagnose diseases, and create art in seconds. That world is already here, thanks to the rapid rise of artificial intelligence, also known as AI. Today, it can generate images, answer complex questions, and help power technologies from smart assistants to advanced medical tools. As AI continues to evolve, one question remains: how far will it go? Bailey Jones, BDTV.
So Jayla, how do you feel about AI?
I feel like it's a cool system that keeps growing more and more. I'm glad we learned more about what else they're adding.
Now let's move on to sports.
There has been a lot of great sports accomplishments happening recently.
Hey Giants, it's Jerson Abreu here with your weekly sports. Sadly, winter sports has come to an end, but spring sports has just started.
Boys baseball will hold their tryouts March 16, so be on the lookout for any of their games. Tuesday, March 17th at 6 p.m. Boys volleyball will hold their scrimmage against Brownsburg here at BD. Sadly, girls softball has been canceled, but be on the lookout for their first game Monday against Kokomo. Thursday's girls track and field will have their indoor MIC at North Central at 6 p.m.
Let's go Giants, keep up the good work. Jerson Abreu, BDTV.
Today, I'm going to be interviewing a few people around Indianapolis to see what they think about the impact of March Madness.
So I think March Madness is awesome for the city of Indy, especially downtown. Just last week, we hosted the women's Big Ten tournament, which was super awesome. They brought a good crowd of people, and it's a really fun environment around here downtown. It's really cool. And then, as you can see behind me here, we have the big bracket on the JW Marriott. So I think it's awesome. I think people are looking forward to it, especially the Final Four games here in Indy. It'll bring a good crowd, so it'll be pretty cool.
It's a great question. I love when our city hosts big events like the Final Four, bringing in people from all over the world, really. Revenue streams, you know what I mean? The restaurant businesses go up, hotels, right? Uber, Lyft, taxis. I love it. Who I think's gonna win? Man, I'm pulling for the Houston Cougars.
After interviewing a few people around the city of Indianapolis, March Madness brings a real positive impact on the city and the fans who watch it. If you want to keep up with March Madness, you could go to ncaa.com. Kylan Higgins, BDTV.
The esports team has been doing really well recently, winning games and practicing for upcoming matches. They play games like Mario Kart, Fortnite, League of Legends, and much more.
My goals for this year, go to finals, for state championships.
Trying to become more competitive by actually scouting our opponents a little bit more, and that's been fun to teach the kids how to strategize that aspect of esports. Our goals for this year is to play and win at the state championship for the Indiana Esports Network. We have good shot to make it in several games. Our goal is just to get better every day, get better every week and every year.
Lewis Harvey, BDTV.
Coverage here of the Hoosier State Relays.
Push. Your Ben Davis track team will be competing at the Hoosier State Relays on March 28th, where the Big Ten Championships are also held. This has been Faith Olumiyemi, BDTV.
So Jayla, do you like the Oscars and the Met Gala?
Yes, I was tuned in for sure.
Now let's go to Lucas with more on the Oscars.
The 98th Academy Awards were held on Sunday, March 15th. As far as award ceremonies go, it had its share of controversial decisions, but took a few leaps forward in terms of inclusion and equality, which is always a welcome change. Paul Thomas Anderson's One Battle After Another took the top prize for Best Picture, as well as 5 others, including Best Director and Best Supporting Actor for Sean Penn. It was also the first film to win the award for Best Casting, which is a brand new category starting this year. Ryan Coogler's Sinners, the other favorite of the night, took home 4 awards out of a record 16 nominations. Ludwig Göransson won his third Oscar for Best Score, while Coogler took home the award for Best Original Screenplay. DP Autumn Durald Arkapaw won for Best Cinematography, and Michael B. Jordan received the Best Actor award. Arkapaw's win was especially historic as she is the first woman, and by extension the first woman of color, to win the award. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein took home 3 awards for Best Costume Design, Production Design, and Makeup, while other Best Picture nominees, Hamnet, Sentimental Value, and F1 received awards for Best Actress for Jessie Buckley, Best International Feature Film for Joachim Trier, and Best Sound, respectively. Another notable one of the night was K-Pop Demon Hunters for Best Animated Feature Film and Best Original Song. Already, Jordan's Best Actor win has proved controversial after beating Timothée Chalamet for Marty Supreme and Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent, but I'd be lying if I didn't put my fist in the air when it was announced he won. Take my opinion with a grain of salt, but I thought 2025 was a pretty good year for movies. There were a lot of good ones nominated this year, and with the exception of Marty Supreme going without any wins, it was a satisfying night overall. Lucas Allison, BDTV.
Fashion's biggest night is soon approaching as the 2026 Met Gala rolls out the red carpet at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. This year's theme, Fashion is Art, features a dress code titled Costume Art. Let's take a deep dive into the Met Gala and see what sort of things you can hope to expect on this night of glitz and glamour. The Met Gala is an event held on the first Monday of every May. The main purpose of the event is to raise money for the Metropolitan Museum of Art Costume Institute. Since 1995, it's been overseen by the same woman, Anna Wintour, who also doubles as the head chair of Vogue America. She's in charge of deciding things like the theme, dress code, the celebrities invited, and more. This year's Met Gala theme will look a lot different from last year's, Tailored for You, which was all about catering to themes of black dandyism. This year's theme, Fashion is Art, is co-chaired by most notable celebrities like Beyoncé, Nicole Kidman, Venus Williams, and more. The theme Fashion is Art invites designers and celebrities alike to blur the lines between clothing and creativity, turning the famous red carpet into a fantastic gallery of art. This theme calls for bold looks, dramatic themes and designs, and unconventional fashion moment. Preparation for the Met Gala began well into last year, 2025, and is still continuing, so more information will be available soon as the date approaches. One thing is definitely for certain, it will definitely be a night to remember. Cameron Morgan, BDTV.
Hi, I'm TJ Miner with the Majors. Hi, it's TJ Miner. Today I'm going to be breaking down the 3 F's. For the first F, we have fit fits. These are the fits that you wear to go work out in, go hooping with your friends at the YMCA or something. Then the next F, we have fresh fits. Fresh fits are fits you wear, fit I got on right now. Just you go out, run errands, you're going to impress people, get compliments. Then the next F, we have formal fits. Formal fits are fits you wear to go on like date night, or if you have to go to church or something. That's what you would put on, quarter zip, matcha, all of that. And it's TJ Miner, BDTV.
I'm Grisel Salinas, and this is your weekly community calendar.
Seniors, make sure you buy your cap and gown. The current price is $72.71. Prices will rise April 2nd. Remember, you cannot participate in Wayne Walks or graduation without your cap and gown. Prom tickets will begin selling next week, March 23rd. It will start off from $55 and rise for the upcoming weeks. Remember, card only. Guest forms must be submitted 3 days prior to purchasing tickets. Forms are available at the bookstore. Tonight, Giant Pride presents How to Train Your Dragon. Scan the QR code to purchase your popcorn vouchers. Invite your friends and family to have fun, relax, and enjoy the movie. This has been your weekly community calendar. Grisel Salinas, BDTV. Now let's move on to David with intel on the new laws about the cyber crisis happening in Indiana.
In the recent events, cyber attacks have been heavily prevalent in the Hoosier State. Today, we're going to talk to our very own cybersecurity expert, Mr. Henry Cash, on how to avoid cyber attacks and what to do if you already fell victim to it.
different disclosure, or was there no need to disclose?
My name is Mr. Cash. I'm the cybersecurity instructor here at Area 31. So one of the reasons I think is for these data breaches and these cybersecurity attacks in Indiana is due to the fact that it's a lot of small and medium-sized businesses. A lot of people look at cybersecurity as like a second-hand thing to invest in rather than a first-hand thing to invest in. And as we move towards a more technologically advanced society, things such as cybersecurity is important. But it's taken a lot of these businesses a little longer to catch up to that.
Some telltale signs of phishing. Conchetta.
How unprofessional, or sometimes like the logo, or like, you know, in the beginning of an email link it says the thing.
If you've ever found yourself as a victim of a cybersecurity attack, contact your local authorities. Make sure that they understand the scope of what's going on. Get a police report and make sure that you talk to like Social Security or anything that has to do with your identity to make sure you haven't been a victim of identity theft. Other than that, if that's not the case and like you just got hacked, you can always start with creating a stronger password, right? A password should be at least 12 characters. To include uppercase, lowercase, special characters, and numbers, right?
David Asamoto, BDTV.
With the rising implementation of artificial intelligence, it makes me wonder what the cost is socially and environmentally. According to scientists at the University of California, each 100-word AI prompt is estimated to use roughly 1 bottle of water. This may not seem like much, but billions of AI users worldwide enter prompts into systems like ChatGPT every minute. Large language models make up calculations that use lots of energy, so liquid cooling systems are needed. A study was done to calculate the carbon emissions emitted between 2020 and 2024 from 79 AI systems. The results showed that the top 20 systems consumed enough energy to rival a small country like Iceland. Even though there is a cost to AI, it's still useful. It simplifies tasks and helps with getting projects done quickly. AI is here to stay, so we should focus more on keeping it eco-friendly. Levi Brogdon, BDTV.
Right person for this mission. I understand the stakes.
Object approaching.
Project Hail Mary, a 2026 science fiction film directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller, is about a middle school science teacher who is tasked with saving the human race from extinction when the sun is dying from an alien microorganism. The film Project Hail Mary is based on the book of the same name, which was written by famous science fiction author Andy Weir, who is most well known for writing bestsellers like The Martian and Artemis. The movie stars Ryan Gosling as Ryland Grace, who is forced by NASA to go into space to save Earth. During his mission, he befriends an alien who he names Rocky. Rocky is on the same mission as he is, and together they form a strong bond when trying to save each other's worlds.
Why is a school teacher in space?
Nope, try this.
I am Rocky. I like.
Project Hail Mary is a story about friendship, sacrifice, and the survival of humanity. It thoroughly explores how people from different backgrounds can overcome seemingly impossible odds through building new connections. Jordan Reese, BDTV.
From constant sneezing to itchy eyes, allergies are something a lot of students deal with this time of the year. And trust me, it's not fun. During this allergy season, make sure you check the pollen levels, especially in the morning when pollen is usually worse. Make sure to wash your face and hands. Pollen sticks to your skin and clothes. Washing your hands or face after being outside can help keep the allergens away. And make sure you keep the tissues with you. Sneezing and runny noses happen to a lot during allergy season, so keeping tissues in your backpack can help you stay prepared during class. Dejon Johnson, BDTV.
Hi, I'm Sanaa Dillon with your weekly weather. Make sure to dress up warm and be safe. There has been a lot of windy warnings going around. Starting Monday, there will be a low chance of 22 degrees and a high chance of 56 degrees with a little bit of snow. Tuesday, there will be a low chance of 16 degrees and a low chance of 27 degrees. Wednesday, there will be a low chance of 24 degrees and a low chance of 48 degrees. Thursday, there will be a low chance of 37 degrees and a high chance of 60 degrees with a little bit of rain. Friday, there will be a low chance of 44 degrees and a high chance of 70 degrees. Saturday, there will be a high chance of 51 degrees and a high chance of 73 degrees. Sunday, there will be a chance of 51 degrees and a high chance of 74 degrees. Make sure to bundle up and stay safe. Sanai Dillon, BDTV.
I've been trying to make a playlist with new songs.
I have a song you could add.
Really? What is it?
This week's Song of the Week. Let's take a look.
Jayla, where are you going?
Do that yoga.
Party at the beach down in Copacabana, sipping killer fish. Got my black yoga pants on. Me and Brittany, we've been down in Atlanta, sweating in the club. Call me Dirty Diana, flexing like a yogi. Drop it down with your hands up. Do a handstand, bend it back, put your legs up. I ain't got no worries. I'm my own private dancer. My own private dancer. Wanna last forever. I wanna dance all night. I wanna last forever. I wanna dance all night. Baby, bend over. Baby, bend over. Baby, bend over. Let me see you do that yoga. Baby, bend over. Baby, bend over. Baby, bend over. Let your booty do that yoga.
That ate. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed.
We'll see you guys next week. I'm Hannah Waltmer.
I'm Jayla Oliver, BDTV.